Alright. Bonus video for Wacky Weekend. So, we're gonna talk about the Alexa Bliss Fiend character. I know this is the worst part of Raw, but I'll admit I never watch Raw. Raw has been stupid lately. Raw has been atrocious lately. And Raw has been horrible lately, unwatchable, and I'm on Raw cleanse. So where do I get the information? I got them from our good wrestling content creators. Give them a subscribe. Wrestle Talk, Cultaholic, What Culture, The 434, Pilana Productions, and more. Get out of the way, here are my thoughts. Alexa Bliss is killing the WWE Women's Division, especially on Raw. Well, you got the gems of the women's division last year with the two women power trip of Sasha Banks and Bailey. For 2021, this character is killing it in a bad way. You see, what made Alexa Bliss powerful? Popular. Well, she's sexy, she's beautiful, and she has that natural heel characteristic tag into her. What do we mean by that? Well, for one thing, she's rude. She is bad to the bone. And it seems natural for her to be that way as a independent, strong lady. Her face turn was horrible. Her coffee gimmick was horrible. But when it comes to what made Alexa Bliss so successful, is she is spiteful. She is sassy. She has that fire in her that no other heel in the WWE has. And furthering this comment, when Alexa was on her prime, on her peak, she was better than the Four Horsewomen. There, I said she was better than the Four Horsewomen. Now, in 2021, we got this Alexa Bliss, who was entangled in a story with the Fiend from 2020. So, the origin is she was a accomplice of the Fiend, so she had the supernatural ability. And come WrestleMania 37, she turned on the Fiend, costing the Fiend the victory against Randy Orton. And then the Fiend left right after the Raw after WrestleMania, and Alexa kept the gimmick. Some of the issues that I see here is, why did Alexa Bliss kept the gimmick? Well, I think it's was because the Fiend is taking time up and the WWE needed a Fiend. But the thing is, the Fiend work because it is Bray Wyatt's creation. It's Bray Wyatt's idea. I don't know how he made McMahon agree to the idea. Maybe McMahon filtered some of Bray's creativity, but when it comes to being the Fiend, it's Bray's creation, and that make it work. And when you bring Bray's gimmick to Alexa Bliss, who is not a supernatural character to begin with, that felt force, and that forceability up upbringing the Feed Alexa gimmick is being fed to us, the viewers, make the viewers resent it psychologically. She brought this doll, which worked for Bray and his puppets, not working for Alexa. And this in turn will lead to her destroying the women's division. We saw Shayna Baszler as the latest victim of this Alexa Bliss. I don't know any other storylines before that, but with Shayna, I've heard she did voodoo things, and then she did the Ultimate Warrior in WCW thing, where the doll appeared in the mirror where Shayna can see it, we the viewers can see it, but somehow it's being forced that we don't see it. I don't know. That's how rubbish it was. And I can attest to that. I haven't watched Raw, but I think that is a stupid gimmick. I think that is a stupid segment. A bad segment. I've seen posts that it was the worst segment of 2021. Again, with the Alexa Bliss character, they are forcing it down the viewers' throats. It's not natural. It's just being the Fiend for the sake of having the Fiend. And this is how Alexa Bliss is killing the women's division. Shayna Baszler was a top of the mountain, top cream of the crop talent in NXT. She was a former NXT Women's Champion. She dominated the women's division in NXT, and yet she is booked to be insane, psychotic, and losing her mind over this doll and being fed to by supernatural magic caused by Alexa, like voodoo. I know that gimmicks like The Undertaker work. I know that the gimmicks like Kane work, but they were the 90s and wrestling hasn't evolved by then. We just had the condition that whatever the WWE present to us, we have to accept it. But now we're in the reality era and seeing a spooky character being used by a non-spooky person, that's just wrong. Again, I'm not discrediting Alexa. I know she is forced to do this gimmick, but that's it. So, what made the goddess work? The goddess worked because Alexa herself is a sassy person, and that reflects her naturally as the goddess, while being the Fiend is not a reflection of who Alexa Bliss is. And when we look at the wrestlers in the past, The Rock, Stone Cold, they're just being themselves, and their gimmick is a reflection of being themselves. This gimmick can be traced back to the time where people want Sister Abigail to be alive. Sister Abigail is a concept that Bray Wyatt made. But technically she's dead. But the fans wanted Sister Abigail to live through a storyline, and this Alexa is presented as the WWE's vision of who is Sister Abigail is. I said WWE's vision, not Bray's vision. Bray Wyatt's vision of the Sister Abigail character is that she is a dead old woman who is a DD or something. This is WWE's vision of who Sister Abigail is, and it's not even that funny and entertaining. So I wish this Alexa Fiend character is dropped eventually after the feud with Shayna. Bring back the goddess, because that worked and this isn't working. Now that is my opinion of the Alexa Bliss Fiend character. Why it is not working, and why WWE should stop. I'm still on my Raw cleansing. I'm not watching Raw. I'm being fed to information being sent to me by the Dirt Sheets, by Fightful, by Wrestle Talk, by Cultaholic, by Wrestling with Regret, and I think they will agree on the same thing as I presented here. That will be my thoughts. Thank you for watching. Leave a like and a comment. Subscribe, hit the bell icon to let the community grow. Thank you, and good afternoon.